Hey y'all, hope you're doing well. This video I'm going to be decoding the video that Lil Yachty released, mental tranquility, so I could at least give a explanation that, my perspective came to. And if you perhaps, got another thing from it, then I would love to hear about it. Okay, so I understand how this can be interpreted as a situation where, you're like, oh wow, this could be entirely a joke, and you'd be right, but it could be a message beneath, that said joke. So let's get along to it.
At the end of this hallway is the edge of oblivion. Whilst the man you're watching may not know it yet, this moment will mark the first step on the journey of the rest of his life.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you today?
So the first thing I notice is, this area is technically represented as the place in your life that you do not want to be. You could say it's vibration of hell because it's hot or whatever, but we'll take it as uncomfortability, because uncomfortability can be seen as a blessing. They say don't get too comfortable, and that's for a reason. The main idea with that is to realize the power in uncomfortability. Usually with things that we do not favor or not fond of is most of the time preceded by something we are. So that's definitely something to take account for.
Do you know what kind of treatment you'd like to receive with us today?
A man arrives at the precipice. He simply asks a question. Yeah, this is where you sign up at.
Fantastic. Let's help you.
So this was what you can look as, looking within or looking for answers. Usually, the start of a spiritual journey or really through hardship.
At the end of this hallway is the edge of oblivion. Whilst the man you're watching may not know it yet, this moment will mark the first step on the journey of the rest of his life.
So that edge of oblivion is pretty much the same thing. That's what he's searching for. Is that the point from ignorance to acquiring the knowledge from the teacher, the Most High, whoever you may see that as. Yet it's really looking towards the universe, and that's what that edge of oblivion is. It's sort of, you're almost at your wit's end, almost, or you are in strong pursuit of said enlightenment. Let's make it back here. That's what he's looking for here.
Yeah, this is where you sign up at.
Fantastic. Let's help you float, Mr. Boat. A few questions.
The float.
And I wish.
The float is like elevation. Being elevated. Leveling up.
You were somebody else.
Daily.
How often did you call your mom?
Yeah, this is where you sign up at.
Fantastic. Let's help you float, Mr. Boat. A few questions. And I wish you were somebody else.
Daily.
How often did you call your mother?
I don't understand the relevancy of that.
Do you like driving at sunset?
Does the AC work?
With the people you love, describe you as happy. Are you sexually active?
Yeah.
Who's the president? Do you use drugs?
Did they all have to answer these questions too? It is hot in here.
Have you ever been in a merry-go-round?
Can you please turn on, Space?
Are you sexually active?
Yeah.
Who's the president? Do you use drugs?
Did they all have to answer these questions too? It is hot in here.
Have you ever been in a merry-go-round?
So, first off, before I talk about this poster right here, most of the time, when it comes to these questions, you ask, like, does everybody get these questions? Technically everybody got questions, but did they get the same questions? Who knows? My guess is no, because it's really special to you, and it's really your experience, and your experience is what matters, because that's what you see through your lens. That's the grandness of the whole thing, with realizing that it's really only you, and your questions are really only for you. Everybody gets asked questions, but certain questions are specific to you. So this poster right here, actually, we have this, I think it's a great message right here. Awakeness is a place. Awakening is a moment. So with awakening being a place, it's like a state of mind or the place you are in your life. That's your awakeness. That is it's growing to say that you are an awakened being. You have to be awakened in an aspect. In a way, give yourself some credit, actually. Honestly, give yourself some credit. You are an awakened being, but there's the levels of awakenedness. That's where that comes into play, see? So then awakening is a moment. When you have your spiritual awakenings, whether it be what someone tells you, what you've seen, what you realize, whatever it may be, through your meditations, your daily meditations, right? And you are meditating. If you realize it or not, if you think about it, you're meditating. So awakeness is a moment. That's your spiritual awakenings. So you ever feel like, oh, why do I keep having these spiritual awakenings? Am I not reaching that spiritual place that I'm looking for? No, you're in that spiritual place that you were desiring, or that spiritual place that you realize, yet you're constantly awakening. Alignment doesn't stop. You have to keep learning. So that's where that comes in. Come with us out of the cave into the light of day. It's out of the darkness. Pulling yourself out of the ignorance, the sheltering, the comfortability, into something new. Might even be scary to a point, but we don't operate in fear, we operate in love. Operate in love and acceptance, and open yourself up, open your heart into grace. I see grace as a form of acceptance, flow, and love. That's what it could represent. And we'll continue this along.
Please turn on, Space.
Are you a jealous person? Huh? Are you a jealous person? Are you in love, Mr. Boat? You spilled this all. Or do you believe it? You get tired of
I'll do it. Okay, fuck it. I'll do it.
Great. You'll be in room 10 today.
That's it. It's exactly how you start. And notice how he's in room 1, and 10 is really, in numerology, just 1. So 1 can represent the universe, God, the wholeness, the unity of everything, the spiritual path. 1 would also represent beginnings. And this is a lot of message of beginnings. let's start here. I would say take it as it's a realization that even though there are a lot of people that, want to be, Lil Yachty, he as much wants to be other people as well. But here I could see this as an encouragement to truly come into being with yourself. And there's really nobody else to be because it's all you. And this is a great way to start. This is a great start. And that's no pun intended, but that pun was very much intended. Thank you. Just thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.